What they're trying to raise the level of the education. But by 2000, our high school graduates should be willing to work so that when they graduate in 2000, they
I don't dare say it because we don't have any here. I didn't get money guys like you here. Relax.
Janice, how are you? What are you doing here? What is this?
This is the Citizen of the Year. Citizen of the Year.
Really?
Yes, you are.
No.
God. Yeah.
Hooray!
Everybody's having a drink but me.
Can we sit down now?
Yes.
Oh, hi, Steve.
Hey, what are you? Yeah.
Hi, Fred. Hi, Fred. How you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, could I have your attention, please? I'd like you all to come closer. There's a big space here in the middle of the room, so bring your chairs and come closer. You can fill out this big circle here. You won't be able to hear anything or see anything.
Just watch the camera.
Don't be bashful.
Janice, watch the camera.
This is not church. KSA, am I all right on this microphone?
You are terrific.
You're all on television tonight. Welcome, Bitsy. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Janice McCann, and I'm the features editor of the Tri-State Gazette. I'd like to welcome you to the 26th Annual Citizen of the Year ceremonies, held in honor of the person in our community we think best exemplifies the spirit of volunteerism. Our winner this year is Elizabeth Bitsy Kopfinger of Milford, Pennsylvania. She was nominated by her son, Freddie. This is what Fred's letter had to say about his mother. Hope you don't mind if I read this, Freddie. My mother, who is known to most people as a powerhouse, is very active in community affairs. She was chairperson for the Pike County Family Fair in 1990, a job taking thousands of hours of volunteer work. During that time, she organized and directed all aspects of the fair. She also is a member of the Keystone Community Club and organizes the Memorial Day services in Matamoros and Westfall Township. There has never been a time when someone from the community asking for a service has been refused. Most people know that side of my mother, but we, Bitsy's family, know the side of a good wife, excellent mother, and close friend. I believe my mother deserves to be recognized by the community for what she is in her heart. And we believe that too, Fred. It has always been our feeling at the Gazette that the honor of being Citizen of the Year should seek the person should not seek the honor. In that spirit, we chose Bitsy from a field of many deserving nominees. I'd like to take a moment to tell you who some of those other people were, because I think it's an honor just to be nominated. They include Mary Ann Hamilton, owner of Mary's Clothes Connection in Port Jervis, and former president of the Tri-State Chamber of Commerce. Mary was nominated for involvement in many chamber activities and for her support of other organizations. She often donates her time to put on fundraising fashion shows. Josephine Donahue of Blythe Bay, New York, was nominated by her daughter, who wrote a glowing account of her mother's kindness and charity. She also told us about her mother's involvement in many fire department and fire police activities, as well as being a class mother for 18 years. Alfred Ted Blair of Huguenot, New York, was also nominated. He's a devoted member of the Lions Club and currently a district governor for that organization. He has also been a Scoutmaster for 14 years, an Ambulance Corps member, an elk, and chairman of the Deer Park Community Day Fair. Peter Osborne of Pondetti, director of the Menacing Valley Historical Society and Port Jervis' city historian. Peter is best known for his 7 years of hard work overseeing the restoration of the Port Jervis Area Depot. But he's also responsible for the new historic markers seen all over Port Jervis. He is a Boy Scout volunteer and oversaw the restoration of the Forestburg log cabin. Barbara Buchanan from Milford was nominated. She's president of the Pike County Historical Society. She was instrumental in the restoration of the columns, the Society's beautiful museum in Milford. Barbara is also involved with the Milford Garden Club, the Friends of Gray Towers, and has successfully chaired 2 public information cancer seminars for the Pike County unit of the American Cancer Society. While living in New Orleans, Barbara helped to raise over $1 million to keep the New Orleans Symphony playing. Margaret Savarese of Port Jervis was nominated for her aid to senior citizens and work with patients at the Castle Point Veterans Hospital. Arlene Snyder of Port Jervis was nominated for her volunteer work at the Hope Center and for her involvement with the consumer group POOR. Hazel Smith for her friendly words and smiles and for her help with senior citizens. Nay Lloyd of Twin Lakes was nominated for her work at Pike County Animal Shelter. and for visits to nursing homes with therapy dogs. Nay also visits homebound senior citizens and is active in her church and in Eastern Stars. If you'll excuse me just a moment, my mouth is really dry. I'm more nervous than you are, Bitsy. It's a wonderful list of deserving people, but there can be only one winner. So let me tell you a little bit about Bitsy Kopfinger. Are you ready for this? Bitsy, this is your life. Bitsy was born at 108 West Ann Street in Milford, year unknown.
I can tell you when.
To Benjamin and Helen Van Voorst Hissem. She was the youngest of 5 children, Bill and David, both deceased, Ben of Milford, and Helen. She started school in Milford in 1940 with people like Art Ridley, Harry Geiger, Eva Bates, and Chick McCollum, and graduated from Milford High School in 1952 with 6 of her original schoolmates. Bitsy attended Mansfield University where she studied home economics. In 1955, she went to work for Dr. Jack Bullock as his first office assistant. She was always proud of the work she did for Dr. Bullock and for the education she received in her 10 years there. She learned her job so well that there is a legend about Bitsy. Doing a tracheotomy on a gunshot victim on the streets of Milford in 1964. It said that she used a hunting knife to do the job. In 1958, Bitsy met Fred Kopfinger, a young state trooper. In the following October, they were married at St. Patrick's Church in Milford. They lived over Dr. Bullock's office until 1965. There were many late office calls when Fred and Bitsy spent most of the night helping the doctor in his office. In 1967, his son Freddie was born to the Kopfingers, and they purchased a home at 801 Broad Street in Milford from the McCollum family. In April 1969, another son, David, was born. Bitsy went to work for Dr. Seymour Weiner in Port Jervis, and after that, she decided she wanted to take in foster children. Her first child was Anne, an abused little girl who doctors said should be institutionalized. But Bitsy made up her mind to prove the doctors wrong. Anne remained in the family for 14 years and eventually became a mother herself. The house was filled with foster children. Some stayed a month, others for a few years. Often there were as many as 15 people who sat down to dinner, and there was always plenty to eat. The children got music and dancing lessons and had parties with their friends. But along with the good times, there were also bad times, like the night one of the foster children and a friend stole the family car, and Fred caught them. There was another sad time when they lost a foster child in an accident in Texas. A total of 13 children were given stability and love by the Kopfingers. When her own kids started school, Bitsy became involved in the PTA and was chairman of the first snow chain for Delaware Valley Elementary School. She also served on the board of directors of the Pike County Children and Youth Services. Fred Sr. had always wanted to tinker, so Bitsy started a construction company, which flourished for 25 years until the family moved to Cummings Hill in 1983. Fred retired from the state police and went to work for the Inn at Hunt's Landing and then for Colmar. Bitsy went to work for Colmar in 1982 as a micro-technician in quality control. She worked there until 1989, and in 1990 went to work part-time for the East End Gallery in Milford. In 1983, Bitsy was asked to chair the 250th anniversary parade for Pike County Heritage 250. It was the largest parade ever to be held in the county. In 1989, Ruth Cummings asked Bitsy to take charge of the parade for the 175th anniversary celebration for Pike County, sponsored by the Pike County Commissioners and the Chamber of Commerce. Soon she was elected chairman of the entire event. It took all the volunteers she could find to pull it off in 6 weeks' time. After Bitsy joined the Pike County Chamber of Commerce, she was elected chairman of the fair they were planning. It took a full year of her time, but it was such a success that she will again chair the fair in 1991. As if all that wasn't enough, as a member of the Keystone Community Club, Bitsy organized a Memorial Day parade, which has also been successful for the past 5 years, and is a volunteer for bingo at the Matamoros Fire Department. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Citizen of the Year for 1990, Elizabeth Kopfinger. Also here to celebrate with Bitsy tonight are members of her family, and I'd like to introduce them to you. Her husband, Fred. Son, Freddie. Her son, David. And her brother and sister-in-law, Ben and Catherine Hissam. At this time, I'd like to call upon Lisa Baker, Executive Assistant to Senator Charles Lamont, to make a presentation.
Good evening. I'm delighted to be here this evening on behalf of Senator Charles Lamont, who is unable to be with you, as we pay tribute to our good friend, Bitsy Kopfinger. My husband Gary and I have known Bitsy and her family for several years, and we are pleased to offer our best wishes to her as she is recognized as the 26th Annual Tri-State Gazette Citizen of the Year. Joe Paterno has said, "Performance builds reputation." Bitsy's performance as chairperson of the Pike County Family Fair has built her a reputation as a hardworking, dedicated community servant. Tonight, we commend her for her tireless efforts on behalf of the fair, the parades, and all that she does in our community. This evening, it is with great pleasure that I present to Bitsy a certificate of commendation from the Senate of Pennsylvania. Bitsy, will you come forward so I can read it to you?
One thing I'd like to know, does Gary have a tie on when it comes off?
It reads, Certificate of Commendation presented to Elizabeth Bitsy Kopfinger, the Tri-State Gazette Citizen of the Year. The continuing development of a strong Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and a strong United States of America depends upon the encouragement of good citizenship on the part of individuals of each succeeding generation. Concern for community, commitment to humankind, and acceptance of responsibility are qualities of good citizens. May this certificate serve as a lasting reminder of your achievement and as an expression of my best wishes for the future. Signed, Senator Charles Lamont.
Thank you, Lisa. I think you came all the way from Harrisburg this evening, did you? Or do you live close? Oh, okay. Thank you. We have congratulatory letters from 2 other dignitaries who could not be with us tonight, and I'd like to call upon your favorite Pike County reporter, Tom Lee, to read those letters for us.
Our editor, Stan Wojnowski's in the back, if anybody has any problems with me. He's here, you don't often see him, you can usually get me walking down the street. 2 letters, one from Capitol Hill. Dear Mrs. Kopfinger, please accept my congratulations on your honor as Citizen of the Year by the Tri-State Gazette. I am pleased that you are receiving the recognition that you so richly deserve for your many contributions to the community. How fitting it is that tonight a celebration has been organized for you because your leadership in organizing community-wide celebrations has helped to bring the community closer together. The the Pike County Chamber of Commerce Family Fair owes its considerable success largely to your initiative and your involvement in the Pike County's 175th anniversary, and with the Heritage 250, made those events successes of historical magnitude. And because of your efforts, Memorial Day in Matamoros, Westfall is celebrated in the true spirit of the holiday, paying homage to the men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation. Your generosity has enriched the community. You and your family have helped make a better life for the many foster children who were fortunate to share your home and your love. Through the years, the local PTA, the Chamber of Commerce, the Pike County Children and Youth Services, the Keystone Club, and other groups have benefited from your name, time, and talents. Again, congratulations on your special night. The sense of community fostered by people like you strengthens our nation. With warm personal regards, Joe McDade. And also from Washington, from the White House, dear Bitsy, you must be on personal terms with someone. Please accept my warmest congratulations on your award as Citizen of the Year. Of course, I'm partial, but I think you are an outstanding choice. Your boundless energy and commitment to the community, your unfailing enthusiasm and good cheer exemplify the role of an outstanding citizen. Pike County is truly lucky to have you. Best wishes to you and your many endeavors, and once again, a hearty congratulations. Now, lest you think this is from the top man in the White House, this is from her nephew, Larry, who is here, who is a special assistant to the President for Policy and Development. He's an economist who's recently been appointed to the Federal Reserve Board, and he's still got an office in the White House. And he said yesterday that George is kind of busy, so he's going to send you a letter. But it's signed Larry, it's from the White House. And he tried to get Dan, but he was out in the driveway with his tanks. These are for you.
That was so good, Tom. You can do this next year. You were really good. We're honored tonight to have all three of the Pike County Commissioners with us. And since I'm a traditionalist who believes in ladies first, I'd like to call upon Pike County's First Lady, Margaret Mary Jones, to say a few words, please.
It's a great pleasure for me to be here this evening, and I really am appreciative of an opportunity to say a few words about Bitsy. But as you've heard her whole life's history before me, I'll just say I think you're a wonderful person. And I can always think, when I hear your name, Bitsy, I think of you smiling and always ready with a hug. And you have done a wonderful job, and Pike County is certainly indebted to you for all your efforts. Senator regrets that she's not able to be here, Bitsy, but she did send a message. I'm going to rip the letter open. Mrs. Fred Kopfinger, Cumming Hills Road. Dear Bitsy, congratulations on being this year's recipient of the Tri-State Gazette Citizen of the Year Award. The title fits you perfectly, and no one is better qualified nor more deserving of it. I am very excited for you and am looking forward to another successful Pike County Family Fair with you at the helm. It is with deep regret that I am unable to be with you on this momentous and happy occasion, but my thoughts and best wishes are with you. Again, my sincere congratulations. Sincerely, Senator Quinn.
Now I'd like to call upon Commissioner Skip Gregory to say a few words, please.
Comes both barrels, Bitsy.
At this time, I'd like to say a special thank you to the Tri-State Gazette for the opportunity to be here. It is a privilege to be here and read this Pike County resolution for Bitsy. Having grown up with Bitsy and as Milford's mayor, worked closely with her on Milford's 250th anniversary, the Pike County 175th anniversary parade, I'm very happy to read the resolution to Bitsy. Too frequently, I read resolutions at the commissioners' meetings to honor someone after their accomplishments are all completed. But it is great to have Bitsy here to hear these words and receive the most deserved praise and honor she has worked so hard and long at. With no financial benefits to herself and her family, it seems Bitsy loves a parade, a family fair, and fireworks. We love Bitsy for giving them to us. Tomorrow at our regular meeting, we have resolution number 91-6. It says, whereas this year's recipient of the Tri-State Gazette Citizen of the Year is a lifelong resident of Milford, Pike County, Pennsylvania, a 1955 Pike County beauty queen, loving wife of Fred, devoted mother of Freddie and David, whereas most of us came to know Bitsy as a receptionist for Dr. Jack Bullock, where her loving concern for others was exhibited. And whereas Bitsy demonstrated her tireless energy, organizational and creative abilities to Pike County, its residents and the surrounding area, by being chairwoman for the Milford's 250th anniversary parade in June of 1983, and Pike County's 175th anniversary parade in October of 1988. And whereas it was only with the efforts of Bitsy and others who selfishly volunteered time and energy after the absence of Pike County Days that the first annual Pike County Family Fair was established in September of 1989 in Matamoros, and endures today with the continued efforts of Bitsy. Now, therefore, we, the Commissioners of the County of Pike, do hereby render our gratitude and indebtedness to Elizabeth Bitsy Kopfinger for her untiring service to Pike County, a truly deserving Citizen of the Year. Signed, Pike County Commissioners Margaret Jonas, Willis Gilpin, and Randolph Gregory.
I'm going to get you back.
And our third commissioner, Willis Gilpin, would like to say a few words.
Ladies and gentlemen, and Bitsy, it's a pleasure to be here this evening. I would like to thank the Tri-State Gazette for being the catalyst that brings us all together to give this honor to Bitsy. It's well deserved. A lot of her efforts, you may think, are right here in the Milford area, the Port Jervis area, but because of these efforts, they have far-reaching fingers in all of northeastern Pennsylvania. And all you have to do is go to the parade or the fair to see that. Because I know that a lot of people that I see are constantly waiting for the Pike County Fair and the family days and the parade. So it brings a lot of joy to many people, not only just this immediate area. The thing that bothers me the most, I guess, Bitsy, is that you haven't been nominated as a world-class athlete, because you have to be probably the greatest runner that this area has ever seen. Either that, or we're going to call you the Pied Piper or Peter Pan of Pike County, because you fly. Thank you very much, and congratulations, Bitsy.
Thank you, Commissioner. We're going to take a minute from your tributes now, Bitsy, to honor some other people who are with us this evening. This is the 26th year the Tri-State Gazette has presented the Citizen of the Year Award. Bitsy joins an illustrious band of citizens who were previous winners. Some of those people, or members of their families, are with us tonight, and I'd like to introduce them to you. Our second Citizen of the Year back in 1965 was a man for all seasons. He served as supervisor for the town of Deer Park for 23 years and was also known as the father of Orange County Community College because he was a strong rallying force on the committee to establish the college. He was also chairman of the Orange County Finance Committee and a leader on the County Board of Supervisors. Maynard Hammond was one of the first farm agents and Boy Scout executives in this country, and later became a farmer in Cahoonsie, where he and his wife Lillian, both graduates of Cornell University, raised chickens and kids. They had 5 sons and a daughter. His son, George Hammond, is with us tonight. Please give him a warm welcome. George? Irene Hoppy's name is synonymous with the development of Port Jervis. This silver-haired lady was a liberated woman before the feminist movement became a cause. She served as executive director for the Port Jervis Chamber of Commerce and as head of the rationing board during World War II. She was chairman of the city's Golden Jubilee Anniversary and Diamond Jubilee celebration and still serves as a member of the Port Jervis Community Development Agency, Mercy Community Hospital Board, and the Depot Preservation Society. Almost single-handedly, Mrs. Hoppy raised $15,000 to help restore the Port Jervis Erie Depot by soliciting contributions to the Erie Limited Honor Roll. It is a hallmark of each of our previous winners that they are still active volunteers and could as easily win this award today as they did in the past. Please welcome Irene Hoppy. In 1978, a time